Hi, everybody. Welcome to chemistry. My name is Mr. Cordon, and I will be your child's chemistry teacher this year. A little bit about myself. This is my 5th year of teaching. It's all been in the St. Charles district. I went to Geneva High School. I'm from Geneva, so I'm from the area. I know how good of an area the Tri-Cities is, so I was very happy when I learned that I had earned a job here. I went to the University of Illinois down in Champaign, where I majored in chemistry. Outside of school, I enjoy sports, traveling the world, seeing new places, and being outside doing things like hiking. Chemistry this year will be on something called Schoology. It's kind of like the Google Classroom that you may have heard of in the past. The reason why I want to use Schoology over Google Classroom for chemistry is that it allows me to give feedback quicker to your children, which is going to be really important in the remote environment because I don't get to see your kid in person every single day. And also the live class link for the kids, along with all the class materials, will all be in one place, so you're not going to have to go back and forth between different things. Content-wise, we learn about chemicals, what they look like, the changes they can undergo. When it comes to this course in particular, I like to teach the content through developing the science and engineering practices, which if you're unfamiliar with that, it's the skills required to be a scientist. So analyzing data, interpreting data, collaborating with a group, problem solving. And this way, regardless of the career path that your child chooses, chemistry will be a valuable course for them to take. It's not going to be memorize this content and regurgitate it on a test. I don't like to do that. I like to assess whether or not your child has developed the skills required for being a scientist. Putting in the best effort is going to be really important. Chemistry can be a very difficult course, but there's going to be a lot of supports for your child as we go through the year. So as long as they're utilizing those, coming to class on time, participating in class, then things should go. You should be able to reach your goals for the class. Have an open mind and be inclusive. We talked about the way I like to teach the course through developing the skills. So that may look a little different than your usual, but if it's on the study guide, it's on the test. It's not exactly how I like to run the course. And then flexibility. I'm going to be flexible with your kids as this is a very unique and different environment for all of them. We're all still trying to figure out how this is exactly going to work. And I hope that you can allow me the same flexibility. As teachers, we're doing our best and we're trying to make this work. For reassessments, so again, this is a support that you can use if you have issues with an assessment on the first time around. So they know how to get to this reassessment form. It's an opportunity for them to learn the material because I don't think you should put an end date on learning. And so they'll make a copy of this document and fill it out, where you put your name, unit, how many times you've reassessed so far. And then the first step is to email me. The students will email me to know what learning targets they need to reassess on. That way, when they do step 2, creating their study plan, they know what topics to cover. There's directions and an example linked in here. But basically, if you missed learning target 1, something you did, you watched a video and took a note sheet. So you put the link to the video, take a picture, put it in here for the note sheet that you took. You redid a worksheet that we did in class, separate sheet of paper. Take a picture of that piece of paper, put it there. They can use as much as little of this as they need. The next step is to summarize your learning. This is important so you actually make sure that the study plan did something for the student. So learning target 1, I learned from watching the video that atoms have a positive charge in the center, something like that. Reflection, this is going to be really important, especially because we're in the remote environment. This is, what did I do day to day that maybe next time I would do differently? How did I study for this that I would do different the next time? It's not necessarily what mistakes I made. It's because we're learning in such a unique environment, it's more of let's give them an opportunity to really think through how can I be successful, right? So the more opportunities that we give them to think through this, the better the more they will learn and the better off they will be moving forward if we end up having to be in this type of environment for a little while. And then usually I'd have them print, sign, and submit if you want. I know that could be a little tricky with scanning and things like that. If you want, you could just send me an email confirming that you understand that your child is doing a reassessment. The purpose for that is to make sure we are all on the same page. So the reassessment form can be denied, but as long as the student is putting in the effort and that is evident, I'm willing to work with that. So that's the reassessment. And then office hours. Every day, every school day except for the full days. So any odd and even day, 7:20 to 8:15, students can come in, ask all the questions that they want, or just one question and leave. There's a Google Meet in the Schoology course under course information, and we'll go over that with the kids. It's completely optional, but it's again another great resource for students who are struggling in the course. So if you are having trouble with things, make sure that the students go to office hours if they need extra help. Lastly, this is my contact information, email and phone number. If I don't answer the phone, feel free to leave a message or an email. We can set up a time to talk on the phone, or we can try to communicate via email only. Whatever you're more comfortable with, I'm fine with. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to getting to know your children and working with them through this unique environment. Thanks.